Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you for tuning in to another episode of Diecast Emporium. If this is your first time here, let me extend a special welcome, and I hope that you do return and enjoy my content. Those returning viewers will know that the milling machine / cold planer are my favorite piece of heavy equipment. And just yesterday we got in the updated W250i by Wirtgen. Here is the older one. Really, absolutely no difference other than the graphics. The functionality is the same. Nothing has been updated. It is still the same machine. In fact, even the boxes are the same. With just the... Let's get this one out of the way. With just the updated logos, even the dump truck is the same as the old one. So with that out of the way, let's crack this thing open, do a review on it. NZG always does a great job doing their scale models for the Wirtgen group. Again, if you're unfamiliar, Wirtgen is a company out of Germany. They own Kleemann, Vogler, Ham, and obviously Wirtgen. So here's your two formers. Carefully lift up. Model is sitting inside right there, along with some other pieces. When you take this out for the first time, it does have one of these extremely irritating twist ties, which is very rare to see in an NZG model, but it is there. Also, you get a bag of parts, and inside here are two handrails that have to be fitted to the model, two headrests, and some extra track links should you need those. Alright, so here is the model. Let's get the box out of the way. Let's get the whole thing in frame. Alright, there's the model. As you can see, it can go right down low for a transport mode. You can also fold the conveyor up if you want to. However, typically here in the States, if you see these on a lowboy, usually the conveyor is not folded up, at least in my area. A cool feature is the opening doors, where you can see the drive belt, made of rubber. It only gets better from there. If you lift up here, you can see the engine detail. And really the only negative part of this, as you probably noticed, is that you can't pose it in the upright position. It just falls back down. Right here and right here on the other side are where the two handrails would plug into. There's some small holes. That is a little annoying, to say the least, to do that. I would recommend some pliers and maybe even some putty if you want them to stay in, because they pop out quite frequently. Inside you have detailed operator's controls for the milling drum and also for the machine itself. Speaking of that milling drum, there's what it looks like. It does move. And each of these tungsten carbide teeth have a red painted tip on them, which looks absolutely awesome. The track pads are metal, and they do transverse, and they have that yellow highlighting. Additionally, they have hydraulic hoses going to them, and you can lower and raise the height of the machine if you want to, depending on if the machine is in service or how tall you want your road surface to be that they are milling. So let's put that back down. Moving towards the business end of the machine, here is the conveyor belt. You have hoses that line to it as well. It is height adjustable. I'll go ahead and demonstrate that now. You have to push these pistons in, which are really, really stiff, so be careful. And by pushing these in, or by doing the opposite, you can adjust the height of the conveyor. However, on the review model, on mine specifically, it still suffers from the same problem from its predecessor, in that if you wanted to show it discharging into an American dump truck, you have to kind of cheat and just rest the conveyor on the bed of the truck, as it's not high enough to clear it. Underneath, you can see some perforation here, and even the belt has some detail there as well. So there it is, guys. If you're looking for the top of the line in 1:50 scale milling machine or cold planer, perhaps you don't want the Caterpillar one from Norscott or the Vomag one. There's a couple other options out there, but this, in my opinion, is by far the best. You have the most detail, It has the, I like to say, the best bang for your buck in terms of detail. You can use this as a transport load if you're not into road construction equipment. There's just a lot of different things you can do with this. It's a great model with a ton of detail. Even there's a little camera back here. So well worth the price. Highly recommend that you pick one up. So as always, guys, thank you for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed this video. Questions, comments, concerns, go in the comment section below. And we'll see you soon. Take care.